doing such a good job, young lady.
Push it.
What is it?
Push it.
Push it?
Yeah.
Is that cold?
Yeah.
No, it's not cold. So y'all see Kristen.
Hello everybody, this video is going to be just an update on AnnaShae. We had her EEG done 2 Mondays ago or 2 Tuesdays ago, I can't really remember. Two Wednesdays ago, I think. Anyways, she did really good in there. They let her color, they let her use my phone to watch videos, which was good. It calmed her down some. They were commenting on how much hair she had and how good she was doing. And she just did a really, really good job. And then the Friday after that EEG, we went to the neurologist here in our town. And he said that her EEG looked really well. It looked really good, but he does want her to go to Louisville and do an EEG video, which they record her doing it. You're okay. Anyways, they want to record while she's having the EEG done, and also while they're doing that, they want to do an MRI with it. So we have to go up to Louisville for that, and we were hoping that it was going to be the same time that we have to go to Louisville for her eye exam. That's also what her doctor wanted her to do, wanted to get an eye exam, and the only place that takes our insurance is a place in Louisville. So we have to go to Louisville next month on the 13th. That's when her appointment is. And the neurologist called this morning and said that they are booked up until February, so that kind of makes things a little bit more difficult, because I was hoping we could get that done the same time we have to go up there for her eye exam, but we can't. But that's okay. We can make a separate trip because it's what needs to happen. Now, the neurologist that she's seen, he's out of Louisville. He came to our town, I guess, to see some more patients here. But he also said that all the brown spots that she has is an indication of NF1, which is neurofibromatosis. And he said that he was pretty sure that she had it just like her doctor said. And I asked him if we needed to go to a genetic doctor, and he said no. I'm diagnosing her as an NF1 patient. And he also said that she is doing really well for her having that. So that made me a little bit more happier and more at ease that she wasn't on the worst end of it, which I don't know what the worst end of it is. He said she's developing really well for having it. She might, like later on, she might have behavioral issues, attention issues. She might have seizures if this isn't seizures that she's having already. It might just be her dazing off and just you know how people they daze off and they just daydream. He said that might be what it is, but he wanted to double check just to make sure. He said that whenever she hits puberty, that she might get the tumors around her body. but sometimes they're just malignant. They're not cancerous. But we'll have to go to Louisville, make annual trips, maybe a couple times a year, just to go to Louisville for her to get scans and stuff, which is okay. But that's just an update on AnnaShae. She's doing really well. The video in the beginning of this, the little clip, let me know if you think that might be a seizure or that just might be just her daydreaming. Now in the video, you can see, like I've mentioned before, that she doesn't move her head a lot. She just moves her eyes. And she'll just go right back to normal. Now in that video, we were on the couch, as you can see, and we were watching TV, and then all of a sudden she just does that. And when I started the video, you can see that the flash went on, and it doesn't catch her attention like it usually does. And then after that, she just went back to what she was doing, and it doesn't affect her. He asked me that if it did affect her, and I said no, she just goes back to normal. And he asked me, like, if she starts walking and does it, and I said no, it's just when we're just laying around on the couch or whatever watching TV. And he said that just might be her daydreaming and stuff, but I want to double check, which I do too. I did tell him that she is having balancing problems and she's running into stuff whenever she watches TV or on her little phone, which is not connected to anything. It's just connected to Wi-Fi. She watches her YouTube on there and her videos, but it has to be right up on her face. And he said that might be a sensory issue. It might not be her eyes. It might not be anything. That's just about it on AnnaShae. I'll have a separate video on me and Elena. I know I haven't posted a while. A lot's been going on. My little brother moved in with us. He was in a rough spot, and so he moved in with us, and he's doing pretty good right now. We haven't got the Christmas tree up. Today is the 23rd, because we couldn't find the legs to it, but I think my dad found them today, so we're going to put it up tonight. I do have our stockings up, though. I'm not in the room that I was in my last video because we made that hit my little brother's room. So I'm back in the living room. I know I said I was going to try to do videos a lot, but like I said, a lot's been going on with him. My dad is the one that's going to be taking us to Louisville because we don't have a reliable car right now. When we get our income taxes back next year or this year, we're going to get one. I'm going to make sure that it's going to get us from point A to point B for a while. The car that we bought this year, it was only $1,500. It's an Aztec, and it's one of my dream cars. And then when I finally got it, I decided I didn't like it. And it runs really, really bad. We've had to replace a lot of parts in it. And when we got it, there was a lot of stuff wrong with the title. Like, it wasn't notarized right. It was from Philadelphia, and then it got sold in Tennessee, and it hadn't even been transferred to Kentucky yet. And they've had it since, I think, 2017, where we got it from, and it wasn't ever transferred to Kentucky. And that was just a used car lot here in our town. But when we get our taxes this year, I want to go to an actual dealership and look at their used cars there, because they have an actual shop that they look at their cars and make sure that their cars are good, for the most part. But that's all on AnnaShae. We have her eye appointment in Louisville next month, and then they will be calling me, so I think sometime this week, to get her scheduled for her appointment for her EEG/video/MRI in Louisville. I also did make her a dentist appointment because her doctor was kind of not really mad. He was kind of saying, well, she should already been in the dentist. She's 3 years old, which I understand, but I didn't know which place took our insurance, so I called and I made her appointment for February, so that will be interesting. She doesn't really like people. She loves brushing her teeth and all that, so maybe she'll do alright with it. She did have her appointment, her 3-year appointment on I think it was last Thursday, I believe. Yeah, last Thursday. On the 14th. I can't remember. It was on the 14th. Or the 12th. One of those days. And she weighs, I think it said 38 pounds. She's right on track. And yeah, she's doing really well. Going back to her NF1, I did have somebody reach out to me on Instagram, and she eased my mind a whole lot. So I really appreciate her reaching out to me. Now, with her behavioral issues and attention, I'm thinking about homeschooling her for maybe 2 years, like Head Start and preschool, to see how she does, and then go from there. Because I know you see it all the time on the news, special education teachers, some of them are really abusive and don't really have a lot of patience for those kids and kids with learning disabilities. And I just don't want to be one of them parents that have to go through that. I'm not saying that all special education teachers are that, and all teachers are like that with learning disability kids. But it just scares me, because I don't want to have to go through that and be scared every day that she's getting picked on or she's not getting paid attention to when she needs help more, maybe. And it's just, I just want to see how she does first with the way that learning at home. Because, I can tell her a color and then ask her what it is, and she won't tell me. She won't know. But she knows what pink is. And so I'm starting to think that maybe she might have a learning disability with colors. She knows her alphabet because she watches YouTube. And I just don't think her colors are sticking with her like the alphabet and numbers are in songs. So we'll just have to go from step by step and talk to her doctor and see how everything goes. But that's all on AnnaShae. She's doing good. We have appointments in January and February. Then they're going to be calling me about going back up to Louisville for her EEG/MRI. And they probably will sedate her for that because she doesn't do well in tight spaces. And the MRI might scare her. So I'm going to ask for them to sedate her. Which is going to be so scary. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to do. But it's just an update on AnnaShae. I know it took since her birthday. I haven't posted. And I'm really sorry. Like I said, a lot of things have been happening. But you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm always on there. I'm hardly ever on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And comment down below if you think that clip was her having a seizure or just her daydreaming. Because I really don't know. It could be a seizure. It could be daydreaming. I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think. And I will have another video about me and then AnnaShae or Elena pretty soon. I love you all, and as always, God bless, and I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas.
Bye bye. We need to go. Happy day.